you guys, welcome back to my channel. Jamila here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a few useful tips on how to maximize your monthly budget. With everything going on in the world right now, we're not exactly in a recession, but we're definitely having an economic downturn and it's affecting millions of people. So one thing we all can do is save some coins and make them go the extra mile, you know, stretch them out a little bit. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video and talk about some of these tips. All right, so my first tip is to lower your phone bill. I have AT&T and my phone bill used to be like 90 something a month, and it would vary sometimes depending on the amount of data that I use, and it was pretty much a standard phone plan for my cell phone. My friend told me about their prepay plan, and that literally brought my bill down to $50, and then on top of that I set up for auto pay, and that brought it down to like $43 a month. So I literally cut my bill like in half just by changing my plan, and I'm telling you guys, it's pretty much the same. There's a set amount of data that I get every month. I don't think I can go over it. I think if I go over it, it just gets slowed down. Yeah, I really can't remember, but it's really not any different for me. Like, it's literally the same. I just pay a less amount of money to them every month. It's a prepay plan, so I have to, my account is set up to pay my bill for the next month, or my service will be cut off, which is not a problem because, like I said, I have my phone set for auto pay and I have the money to pay my bill. So yeah, you guys, this is with AT&T, but I'm sure that there are other options that these other phone services have. Verizon, you know, whatever it is, whatever you have, I'm sure there are other phone services that they might not be advertising really, but cheaper options. So just call them up, find out what options they have, you know, speak nicely. Hey, I'm just trying to figure out what other options I have just so that I can sort of make my money stretch, but I can stay with you guys as my cell phone provider, my service provider, and I'm sure they're gonna help you out and let you know what options they have available. My next tip is to get the Ibotta app on your phone, and thanks to Ibotta for being the sponsor of today's video. They're actually teaming up with CPG brands, and they are going to give back $1 million to Americans during the next couple of months to try and help out with everything going on and how it's affecting people financially and economically. So that is super great. So I've talked about the Ibotta app before, and I really like the Ibotta app because it really helps you get cash back and savings on regular purchases that you make, from grocery items to personal care items to household items such as laundry detergent. So it's very, very, very useful. So far I've made $73 and a couple of cents. So you literally just go through the app. What I do is I will look through the app every now and then and just save the offers that are things that I tend to buy. And so when I go grocery shopping, once I come back, I'm going to take my receipt and then I'm going to look on here and see if there are any options, any offers that apply to what I buy. And they'll even have offers for just a receipt. So literally a purchase, no matter what it is, they've had offers from like 10 cents to like $2 before. So it just varies. I literally just come on here, save my receipts, and I'll just upload the receipt to get the offers on whatever is applicable to what I purchase. So here's a few tips for using this app, just a few general tips. Definitely save your receipts, because I might have went to buy something this past weekend and maybe there wasn't an offer. For example, maybe I bought some tortilla chips, but there wasn't an offer on the app for tortilla chips this week. But then next week I noticed that there's an offer for tortilla chips, maybe the same brand that I bought. And so what I can do is upload that receipt from the last week and get cash back, whatever it is. Maybe it's $1 cash back, 75 cents cash back, and I can get some cash back for that bag of tortilla chips that I bought. So you'll want to save your receipts so that yeah, you can get your money. Okay, so save your receipts. And also, one really cool tip that I'm gonna start doing from now on is I'm going to always let at least $20 stay in here so that I can withdraw money whenever I wish, because there's a $20 threshold. So if you don't meet that $20, then your money has to stay there. So the thing is, if you always have $20 in there, that means you can withdraw money whenever you please, however much money that you please. You don't have to wait until you meet that $20 threshold, because you're always gonna have $20 in there. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I'm definitely plan to always keep it above a $20 amount that's on my app so that I can withdraw money at any point that I want to. All right, so moving on to tip number 3, talk to your creditors and your car insurance providers, because a lot of times there are a few expenses that you can negotiate with them. So talking about your creditors, say you have a credit card, and you have been paying your bill, you have been paying it in full every month, you've been like a really good credit card owner, and maybe you have, you're in between jobs right now and you're like, dang, I can't pay my card in full this time, I can't pay my payment in full this time, so they're gonna put on the interest and you don't want to pay the interest. You can call them and let them know like, hey, I always pay my bill on time, I'm just in between jobs right now, going through something financially, and it would be really nice if you guys could work with me and help me so that I can take off that interest. Sometimes, they might accept that, they might not. Some credit card companies, they're like, oh, we can't do that, but if you pay your bill and you're about to pay your next bill, you can call us and we will take off that interest before you pay your next bill. You know what I mean? And sometimes if you get an offer for a credit card in the mail from a different company and they have a different interest rate that's lower than what you currently have with your credit card company, you can call them and say, hey, I got an offer for a credit card, but I really like having my credit card with you guys, so I wanted to know if you guys could bring my credit card rate down, because I have definitely been, I've been paying my bill on time, I've been paying it in full, I've been a great credit card holder with you guys, so could you guys please work with me and make my interest rate the same rate that this company is offering me, or make it lower? So they will work with you, especially if you have good credit, especially if you've been paying your bills on time, in full, you have a good track record with them, they're going to be more likely to work with you. Also, sometimes if you call them, they can help work with you if you can't make a whole payment, maybe you only can make the minimum payment. I know some credit card companies, they will work with you to remove the penalty of, not paying your card in full. They'll remove the penalty, but sometimes you will still have to pay interest. So, but either way, it's always worth it to call them. And most of the time, they're going to do what they can to help you. So when it comes to car insurance, you can actually call your car insurance and have that monthly payment or have your car insurance rate negotiated to a lower price. Say you have good credits, you have been responsible, a responsible driver, a responsible car owner, you have been paying your bill every month on time, there is a good chance they will work with you to lower your car insurance payment, which is super nice. So that is another thing that you can do. You can negotiate, of course, just call these people, and honestly, you have a good chance of them helping you out and seeing what they can do and making your payments easier, or bringing the rates down. So this next tip is probably my favorite tip, you guys. Buy the guy version. I already do that with my razors, but there is this thing called the pink tax. So a lot of times products, just because they're marketed towards women or because they're made in the color pink, they're marked up, they're going to be sold at a higher price. For example, razors, that is one. I don't even buy girl razors anymore. I just buy guy ones because they're the same thing and they're cheaper. And then I also saw there was a study that was done, and I'm gonna link it in the description box. They have a list of different products that are marked up simply because they're for women, and you can see the male version. The male version is cheaper, the women version is more expensive, or they'll have the pink version more expensive and the other color cheaper. So just because the product is pink, it'll be marked up. For example, there was a scooter that I saw. They compared the pink scooter to the red scooter, you guys. The scooters for children, and the pink scooter was so much more expensive. It was a significant difference. So I don't know, that is something that is very useful. Maybe you have a daughter whose birthday is coming up next month and they want a scooter. I mean, if it's not a problem, then get the girl the red scooter so you can save your coins, okay? So that is something that is very, that's good information to have. I'm gonna link that down below, and they have a list. I'm gonna link the study down below, and in that study, they provide a list of different products that have a different price point just because one is marketed towards women, one is marketed towards men. So yeah, pretty crazy, right? So my next tip is very, 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 it applies to what's going on today very much, and that is to I don't know, try doing meatless Monday, if that's what some people call it, or you can do like a meatless weekend, whatever. The point is to implement some plant-based meals into your life, because there is a meat shortage right now and the prices of meat has gone up so much. It is ridiculous. I saw a video the other day and this guy was talking about some beef that he usually buys and it was like double the price. It was ridiculous. So I don't buy meat. I'm fully plant-based now, but if I know a lot of you probably do. So if you buy meat, you know, try and get into the plant-based meals so you can get around those hiked up meat prices that are going on right now. You guys, I know a lot of people say eating plant-based is expensive, but it's really not. There are a lot of affordable things that you can buy. I mean, beans, for example, there are a lot of bean dishes that you can buy. Plantains are very affordable. I don't know if you have an Aldi in your area, but you guys, Aldi, I haven't sleeping on Aldi. They have such affordable food there. I mean, recently I went to Aldi and they had 49-cent avocados and mangoes. When has an avocado been 49 cents? Like, wow. Aldi is definitely where it's at. But yeah, definitely try to implement more plant-based meals into your, you know, your week, your days, your months, because that's really going to help you right now, especially if you're a meat eater. That is definitely a tip that you might want to take. So this next tip is to review your memberships and subscriptions. Sometimes we get like, it's so easy to sign up for a membership or a subscription, especially if they're so affordable and cheap, and forget about them. You know, like we don't see them coming out of our bank accounts or anything, but review your monthly statements, your bank account statements, and see what's coming out. What are your memberships? Do you really need them? Do you really need like 5 different TV subscriptions, like streaming services? You probably don't. I know we're in quarantine right now, but I don't know. If you're trying to stretch your money, it might be wiser to maybe keep 1 or 2 of them. There's so many subscriptions and memberships out there that we pay for, and I think a lot of times we forget about them, or we don't exactly spend as much time and attention on them as we intend to. So for those things that you are not spending that much time and attention with, that aren't really doing much, you know, to, I don't know, give you any kind of fulfillment, or yeah, that are just unnecessary. Look through what are your memberships and subscriptions that you're paying for, and cut out the unnecessary ones. We don't need anything draining our account that is unnecessary. So yeah, definitely look through your monthly subscriptions and memberships and cut out the ones that are unnecessary. All right, so here, this one is another one I like a lot. I do this, and you guys, unplug your chargers, unplug your electronics, and turn off the dang lights, okay, when you are not using these things, because though you might have a charger plugged into your outlet and you're not charging your phone, if something is plugged into your outlet, it's still sucking electricity out. So if you have something that you're not using, unplug it, because it's still stealing juice, and over, you know, course of a long period of time, you can definitely see a difference month to month, but over a course of a long period of time, like a year for sure, you're gonna see that you're gonna save so much more money when you unplug electronics that you are not using, even if like they're turned off, so, or they're not charging anything. And turn off your lights. I mean, that is also gonna save you money. You know, if you're not downstairs, turn the light off. Stop sleeping with your TV on if you're able to. I know that's a comfort thing for some people, but you know, if you're able to, stop sleeping with the TV on. You know, just make sure you turn off the lights and all those other unnecessary things that are sucking up electricity, because that is going to help you save money month to month, and definitely it's going to help you save money throughout the year. So this is another tip. This is, well, I don't know if it's exactly going to save you money month to month, but it can. If you are in the market right now to get a credit card, I highly suggest that you do your research, okay? Don't just go with whatever offer sent to you in the mail. Take some time, do your research, and get a very good rewards card, okay, or a cashback card, because the thing is with these credit card companies, credit is a great thing. There's no need to be scared of credit. Before you sign up for credit, you just need to know exactly how it works. You need to make sure that you have the money to pay for whatever you're going to be buying on this credit card already. You need to make sure that you have the full intention to pay your monthly credit card payment in full and on time each and every month. You need to be on top of it, okay? So these things are, there's really, credit cards are wonderful. with credit cards, when you get a really good rewards credit card or cashback credit card, I'm telling you, those companies are going to be paying you instead of you paying them, because they get their money from the interest. So you avoid interest by paying your credit card on time, every month, in full. And the thing is, what they're going to do is give you reward points. They're going to give you cash back, and these things add up. A lot of times they have sign-on bonuses. If you meet a certain amount of purchases, they'll give you a whole bunch of points or cash back. And I mean, you guys, they can pay for your plane tickets. I mean, they can pay for your meals, events. I mean, literally, if you're a responsible credit card owner, then those credit card companies are going to be paying a good amount of money to you. Okay, so definitely sign up for a good rewards or cashback credit card. And from what I hear, rewards cards and cashback credit cards, they sort of balance out with the amount of money that they sort of equal out to. So either one, whichever one you prefer. I prefer rewards cards because I just do, but yeah, so either one you prefer, I mean, they both go good. Yeah, just do your research, and that is really going to help you get some extra money and some extra cash back every month if you are in the market for a new credit card and you have the full intention to be responsible with it, and you took the necessary time to know how to use credit cards, you know, responsibly, and know how credit works. So my last tip is to reduce your grooming expenses. I think a lot of people have been doing that like right now recently, but you can continue to do that for a while, and that's really going to help with your monthly expenses, especially now that some businesses in some areas are starting to open up. I mean, just because they're opening up, that doesn't mean you have to give them your money. There are some things that you can do by yourself if you're willing to, and you're willing to sort of take the time to learn. And sometimes these things can be sort of fun. So for example, doing your own hair, you know, some people go to the salon regularly to get their hair done. Try to do your own hair, do your own nails. I do my own nails now. I did these cute little polygel marble nails, and I'll have a video coming up on how I did those. I mean, they're not perfect, but anyways, they're not bad. They're not too bad, you know, they're pretty cute. And honestly, I've been loving doing my nails. I think it's such a nice like self-care moment for me. I don't know, it's just relaxing. It's nice. I get to really concentrate, take my time. So I really like doing my own nails. Waxing, I've been doing my own waxing now. I think for sure I'm gonna just stick with waxing my own legs from now on, like forget shaving, because waxing is where it's at, especially when it comes to your legs. So I mean, they're just different things like that. Your eyebrows. I feel like a lot of times when we get our eyebrows done anyways by a professional, we sort of aren't happy with the result. We have to grow into it. So I mean, you know, why not just do your own eyebrows, do them how you like? You know, that is something that you can do. Or if you do them wrong, at least you didn't have to pay for it. So yeah, definitely look into what kind of grooming that you usually pay for, you can take into your own hands and do by yourself. All right, you guys, so that is it. Those are my tips to help you maximize your monthly budget. I really hope you found some of these tips helpful. If you have any other tips, leave them down below if I didn't mention them. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks again to Ibotta for sponsoring this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye. We're not exactly in a recession, but my friend told me about their pre-play, her